Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to talk about the HPE ProLiant DL385p Gen8 server. In this video, we're going to specifically focus on drives, both hard drives and solid-state drives. Let's get going. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the HPE ProLiant DL385p Gen8 server. Do us a favor, if you find anything that helps you in this video, click that like and smash that subscribe. All right, we'll hop in. This is going to be a refresh on drives for an old popular server, the AMD-based version of the DL380p Gen8 server. This is the DL385p Gen8 server, and we figured it's time to do a refresh and let people know what's compatible nowadays, because the spec sheet is so old and out of date that what it shows as maxes is not really accurate nowadays. So what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna talk about what are the different types of compatible interfaces, what are the max speeds and the max sizes for those different types, including again what's off HP's spec sheet, and then we're going to show you how to install them, which is super easy because it's a hot plug-in drive. And at the end, we're going to show you a cool tool we like called HD Sentinel, and that's going to show you power on hours and health score. Let's hop into the good stuff. All right, so what drives are compatible with your ProLiant Gen8 server? Well, you're going to have SATA hard drives, SAS hard drives, SATA solid-state drives, and SAS solid-state drives. Those are going to be the four types of compatible drives. No, unfortunately, NVMe is not going to work. You cannot pop an NVMe into the backplane, and there is no converter kit or adapter or something to make it work. So NVMe is not going to work on the backplane. So those are going to be your four choices. So what speeds do you get with those choices? So for a SATA hard drive, you get 7.2K RPM. That's what you're going to get. With a SAS hard drive, it's going to be a little bit faster. You can get 7.2K, 10K, or up to 15K. Now, I will note, especially since this is an older system, that a used 15K SAS drive, you got to think it's going around 15,000 times a minute. The ball bearings are going to wear out over time, so I would keep a spare in stock because they are known and prevalent to fail. All right, what about a SATA solid-state drive? Well, with a SATA solid-state drive, you can get 6 gigabit per second, and with a SAS solid-state drive, you can get 12 gigabit per second. So that's going to be the real advantage of a SAS solid-state drive, is it's going to be faster overall. And all right, so now we know a little bit more about the speeds. Let's talk about the sizes. The sizes really depend on what type of chassis you have, okay? So if you have a small form factor or a 2.5 inch chassis, the drives are going to look like this. If you have a 3.5 inch or large form factor, the drives are going to look like this. So with the small form factor chassis for a SATA hard drive, HPE spec sheets show 2 terabytes. That's the most we've put in. I wouldn't be surprised if someone drops a comment down below and says, hey, we've put in 4, we put in something higher. With SAS hard drives, HPE spec sheet's going to show 1.8. We've put in 2.4, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if someone drops a comment below and says that they've put in something higher. Now, when you go to the large form factors, that's where it gets a little bit different. Both show 6 terabytes for SATA or SAS hard drives on HP spec sheet. We've put in 20 terabytes for both, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone's dropped in 22. So those are, again, older information on the spec sheet, and that was one of the reasons we wanted to do this video, even though this is an older system, to let people know that yes, you can go off spec from the spec sheet, and you can put in larger drives overall. All right, so what about the solid-state drives? For a SATA solid-state drive, HPE spec sheet only shows 1.6 terabytes. That's definitely not accurate. I mean, maybe back in the day it was, but right now you can put in a 7.68 terabyte, and it's going to show for SAS only 2 terabytes for a SAS solid-state drive. We've put in 15.3, so yes, you can definitely go much, much higher overall, and again, NVMe isn't compatible. All right, so now we know a little bit more about the different compatible types, the speeds, the sizes. Let's go ahead and show you how to physically install them, which is super easy because they're hot plug-in, and then at the end we'll show you how to test. All right, have my ESD gear on, and we are safe to work on our machine. So first things first, we're going to remove our old 300 gig SAS drives, which was a great drive back in the day, but definitely if we're wanting to extend the life of our Gen 8, upgrading to SSDs is one of the best moves you can make to increase the performance. So you will also note that when you order from our site, we will make sure to send you the correct tray, because you will need the correct connector here to make sure that it will register with the Gen 8. So we're just going to go ahead and slide this in. It's going to connect right here, and then you close it. Very, very simple. So again, just slide it in. One of the easiest installs that you can do. Once it gets right here, you just close it. The other thing I did want to note is if you are running with a large form factor system and you do want solid state drives, because solid state drives are going to be 2.5 inch, you need to have the adapter or the converter in order to install it with a 3.5 inch tray. We'll have this on our site, so when you go to order, you'll have the entire kit, so you don't have to run around to different places to put it all together. We'll have it all right there for you, and we do have overnight options available as well. So, all right, now that we know a little bit more about how to install it, let's show you how to test it with a cool tool we like called HD Sentinel.
Alrighty guys, so I have HD Sentinel pulled up right now, and as you can see, we currently have 2 drives plugged in. We have this installed into a storage array where we like to plug in multiple drives at a time so we can test those drives. HD Sentinel is an awesome tool because you can see things like the power on hours, which is great, especially when you're buying used equipment. You can see how long that drive has been in use. You don't want to be using drives that have been, heavily used, because then you have a higher risk of drive failure. And that's one of the reasons why HD Sentinel is such a cool tool. But as you can see, we can just go ahead and plug a drive into the array and it'll automatically populate within the software. Like I said, lots of information. It'll give you health scores of the drives. As you can see, the 2 we have up top, they have 100% health score, while the one at the bottom has a 99%. So all pretty good. So I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, go ahead, smash the subscribe and leave a like. If you're interested in purchasing a custom built server, or you're looking to buy some drives, we do have plenty of those in stock, so you can go reach out to us at sales@cloudninjas.com, sales@cloudninjas.com. Anyways guys, thank you for stopping by.